evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the New York City Arena here in Midtown Manhattan for tonight's main event. 12 rounds in the heavyweight division. This should be a really good matchup here tonight.
Good evening,
all that
I'm
energy
Joe
that we
Tessitore
saw almost
alongside
boiled
Teddy
over
Atlas,
at the weigh-in yesterday. Now it gets to explode here in the ring. Butterbean's ring walks have become the stuff of legend, and you can see the intensity on his face. Eddie Chambers' ring walk is very interesting here. This isn't over-the-top emotion. This isn't a guy with an intense, glaring stare. Just a guy going to do his job. Round 1 of 12. Butterbean's way off the mark. That punch didn't have a chance. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Chambers. When a right-handed fighter faces a southpaw like we see here tonight, Teddy, that right jab is right up against his jab.
That's absolutely right. And you know what? That's a great point, because there lies maybe the greatest advantage for the southpaw, because now the orthodox fighter doesn't feel comfortable using his jab. It doesn't land. It doesn't have the clearance that it usually has. And therefore, he doesn't use it, and he hurts himself.
That's the clean shot with the left hand that he was looking for by Eddie Chambers. Punches and bunches, combination up top. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Comes right back at him with a left hand.
Yeah, baby, good work, good work.
Fires right back at him. Good counter punch. 90 seconds to go here in this round. Left hand came after the jab. Good step back, counter punch there.
Beautiful.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? So he decides to go downstairs early on, and I think he'll be happy with that decision later on.
Well, it tells you that he's a well-prepared fighter. His corner came in here with a good game plan. They understood what they had in front of him. A guy that's going to move a little bit. Start going downstairs, taking the air out of the tires, and later on, he'll be in front of you.
And he engages in the clinch. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Good exchange. He fires back. And now just wasting away some time with that clinch. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. Unable to connect by Eddie Chambers. Good looking right hand after he got hit. Last 10 seconds of this first round. Butterbean's missing punches. I mean, there's just no way to sugarcoat it. His accuracy isn't there.
And there's a reason for it, Joe. His punches are the wide variety. And wide punches, guess what? They don't find the mark. They're not accurate.
Good job with another left hand. He gets hit, but he gives it right back. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Good defense, just covering up down low. A knifing left hand by Eddie Chambers. Butterbean's putting forth a great combination there. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Butterbean's the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. Able to dismiss it.
Oh, hands up, hands up.
Butterbean's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Eddie Chambers. Halfway through round number 2. Now he ties up there. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. A headshot blocked. Really frustrating his opponent now. Eddie Chambers is so defensively sound, it doesn't make for an easy target.
No, it doesn't, and it makes for a very frustrating night for his opponent. I see his opponent now, if you notice, he's getting a little tentative. He's afraid to let the punches go because when he misses, he's worried he's going to leave an opening.
Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. Fine work with the double jab downstairs.
Stay away from the inside, baby. Stay away from the inside.
Pulled the trigger on that overhand left. Good job. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Eddie Chambers.
Stay on the outside. Back to the body. Back to the body.
Ten seconds remaining in this round. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. And he digs in with the jab, cutting down the tree there. Eddie Chambers is really impressing us here, Teddy, coming off that last round. I mean, he laid down a beating to his opponent, but sometimes confidence can also be an enemy in this game.
Yeah, you could get a little bit of overconfidence. You could get careless. You know, you could forget where you were earlier or forget what you knew when you were coming into the ring. Things that you had to understand as far as defensive liabilities. He has to remember that.
Sensational punching by Chambers.
That's it.
How about that left hand?
Keep pushing. More punches.
Nice strike after catching one by Eddie Chambers. Not able to connect with the uppercut.
He's tired. He's tired, champ. Come on, now's your chance.
Eddie Chambers has got speed and plenty of it. Teddy, still, I'd like to see him just bite down and fight a little more.
Yeah, you'd like to see him sit down a little bit, bend his legs a little bit, and make those punches a little more effective. Not just great where they look good.
Halfway through this round here. Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. And once again, the jab lands.
He
He just looks exhausted to me right now. Butterbean's accuracy is non-existent. This guy cannot punch a solid target right now.
No, but what this shows, he's missing so many shots. We always think about the damage done when they land. This is showing you the damage that's done when they miss. You get discouraged. You start giving in.
Just like that, just like that.
Now hugging on the inside.
Left and right, left and right.
And he returns on that exchange.
1, 2. 1, 2. Let's see some more head movement, Jack. Come on.
And round 3 comes to an end.
You gotta win these early rounds for me. You're not shooting your jab. There you go. I don't want to see you slug it out with this guy.
Well, it's early on, but already a commanding lead. Banking rounds away on Teddy's scorecard, up 3 rounds to zip. Butterbean's defense, is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches.
Keep working that jab, baby. Good job. Keep moving. Keep moving.
His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him.
Relax.
Teddy, I've heard you say it many times before, but the better fighters have a wide array of punches.
Yeah, well, you have to, because obviously your opponent is going to adjust to what you're doing. You want to keep them off balance. Stay effective.
That's my man. Keep fighting, baby.
Not the most accurate uppercut you'll see. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Good way to protect the midsection.
Good job. Good job. Hey,
Halfway through
get
round
some
number
of that too now.
4.
Come on, let's go.
Parries that punch intended for the head.
That's okay. That's okay. Let it go. Let it go.
Butterbean's giving his opponent headaches here now. He's throwing punches, but he's able to block them away.
Work your body, kid. Body shot.
Eddie Chambers is showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. Butterbean's been able to let loose. He's throwing punches. He's just not landing enough of them.
Well, he's throwing them from a little too far away. He's not getting into that punching chamber. He's starting to launch him just a little too soon, and his opponent is warned.
Jump on it right now.
He took a go of it to the body, but came up empty.
Punch! Punch! Punch and move. Punch and move.
4th round now with its last 10 seconds.
Yeah, give him warning. Nice work, kid. Good job that round. Real nice. There you go. Keep your hands up, all right?
Round number 5 has arrived. Committing now to the left hand. Good straight shot. best combination in the game. Jab with the straight. Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Eddie Chambers. Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there are some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counterpunching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
Pace yourself. Stay away from those. Come on. Let's go.
And he ties up on the inside.
Finish with the
Extending more than one at him now. The combo to the head.
Nice work, nice work, nice work.
Reaching the halfway mark of this round.
Range. Focus.
Eddie Chambers is making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch.
Uppercut. Move. Forward.
Butterbean's wanting the counter punch here, but that doesn't seem the route to go here in this fight, Teddy.
No, he has to be honest with himself and see that. But, you know, people under pressure in all walks of life, you know, in the ring especially, you see it right away. You kind of peek at it right away. It's obvious. Maybe he doesn't want to see what he has to see, because then he would have to discipline himself. He's not ready to do that. Then he would have to make the change. Maybe he just wants to leave it this way. At the end of the day, people are going to say, oh, that guy fought a kind of fight that, you know, hard to fight with, you know, and he has an excuse. Maybe that's what's going on right now.
Keep working the body. Let him go. Pace yourself.
Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. This round is in the books, and it looks like the gas tank on this fighter may be heading towards empty here. What is this, a case of guys just not putting in the road work and the conditioning prior to a fight?
No, you got to figure he came in. His weight was good. Scales don't lie. We looked at the weight. He came in pretty good condition. I think what it is now he's starting to get broken down a little bit, physically and mentally. The other guy is starting to impose himself on him.
Butterbean's not having this fight where he needs it to be. Teddy, it's well known that he's an inside fighter.
Yeah, you know what? We know that he can't win on the outside. We've seen that already. His opponent has longer arms. He's just quicker. He's better on the outside. If he cannot get inside and then he can't win in this inside, well, he can't win this fight then.
Relax. Good job. Watch that.
Halfway through round 6. Digs in with a good solid uppercut after taking a shot.
Keep your back off the rope.
Dave's inability to get away from his opponent's right hand is costing him.
He continues to pull straight back, and he's still in the path of the punch.
Keep moving, keep moving.
He clinches when he gets to the inside. A little 1-2, jab followed by the cross. Final 10 seconds of the 6th round. What a difference from corner to corner. As he sits on his stool, he knows that he is in complete control of this fight, peppering his opponent with power shots.
Well, it's been like that all night long. Anything he throws finds a target.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Chambers. Eddie Chambers is putting that old boxing theory to work, and that's carry that walking stick and it'll take you far.
Yeah, you're talking about that jab. He's doing a good job, but you know, the jab's not enough. You have to be educated with where to use the jab from, and that's what he's doing a good job with. If you throw a jab from too close, you can get timed with the jab killer, the right hand. He's throwing that jab from the right distance, where he's all the way outside, where his opponent cannot counter with the right hand.
Butterbean's combination punching is working well here. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange.
Keep moving, keep moving. Keep going. Stay focused on the inside.
At the halfway point of round 7.
Back to the body.
That was really well done. Targeting the jab and then thundering home with the uppercut.
Keep working that jab. Good job.
Eddie Chambers is showing us that defense is also very much part of his game.
Yeah, it is. Not only to avoid punches, but actually to even set up offense. You know, he'll make you miss, and then there's something coming back. He creates opportunities to hit you.
A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Butterbean's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination.
Body kids, body shots. Punch.
Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself.
Close the distance.
Comes right back with some offense of his own. Coming towards the end of the 7th round, 10 seconds to go. Not able to land the uppercut. 3 minutes gone by in this round.
You're gonna win this fight. I'm telling you, all you have to do is rip down to the body. Look at me. Come up to the head. Rip down his body and then come up to the head.
Teddy's scorecard has this a one-sided fight. Eddie Chambers is putting together a good-looking fight here. He just doesn't have that highlight reel knockdown that you'd expect.
No, but I give him credit. You know, he's not forcing the issue either. You know, he understands his identity. He understands what he is and what he's not.
Just like that. Just like that.
Butterbean's now feeling the effects, Teddy, of having his opponent punch right through that guard.
Well, he should feel the effects. I mean, look, Joe, it's kind of like standing out in a rainstorm with an umbrella, and all of a sudden the wind's coming, and the rain's coming from the side, and you're standing there under the umbrella and say, why am I getting wet? Well, you're standing there covering up. The punches are coming from the side. They're coming from all angles. You're going to get wet.
You're not always protected.
Pace yourself.
He got hit, but he sends it right back.
Range.
And he's holding. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Chambers. Well, that's where he wants to try to keep him. Just contain him there in the corner. Butterbean's putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. The halfway point of round number 8.
Get inside.
A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. And he just holds on there.
There's no need to cover your head, kid.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand.
That's where you want
Butterbean's
to be.
not showing that he's got a great IQ when it comes to ring generalship here. He's just stationary, not much movement at all.
No, not at all, and it's feeding right into his opponent. He knows where to find them and where to find them at all times. He needs to get on those legs a little bit and start changing a little bit of his placement here where he is. He's always in the same place.
Back to the body. Keep working the body.
Not much action as he just ties up. There's the combo to the body.
Good job, champ.
And that's the end of round 8. Eddie Chambers is in position right now to really bring home a good victory. He's up on the punch stats. He's up on your scorecard. This is his fight.
Yeah, we just hope that the judges, and you never know that. That's one thing that sometimes can really disappoint you in this business. You hope the judges see it that way, because I can't see it any other way.
He digs in, trying to bank away body shots with the combo. Butterbean's almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. I like this. He's not skipping a beat. He came out just the way he finished up last round.
Yeah, what I like is that he's a thinking man's fighter, and his corner gave him probably good advice. They know that the opponent only had 60 seconds to recover, and they're figuring it wasn't enough time.
Combo lands upstairs. Able to show you his blocking ability.
It's okay, let's go.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Chambers. Eddie Chambers is having a masterful round defensively. I love what we're seeing from the footwork with him. Very good movement, sound defensively. Is there anything he should be considering adding to that arsenal, though?
Well, he's got to find spots for offense. You know, he's making his opponent miss. He's getting him off balance. He's frustrating him a little bit. You know, pop at the right time. You know, let it fly a little bit in the right spot. You keep your guy off balance. When you got him off balance, you make him miss, make him pay.
Good, strong uppercut. He comes right back with it after taking one. Trying to cut down that tree one shot at a time. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark.
Double jab.
Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Chambers. He returns fire with a left hand. Eddie Chambers is showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch.
Close to him. Back to the body.
He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. Butterbean's doing well here with that two-punch combination. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Comes right back at him with a left hand. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Able to dismiss that body shot.
Let's see some more head movement.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Eddie Chambers. I don't know, Teddy. It just feels like one of those nights, one of those fights where somebody's getting hurt, where this is not going to the judges' scorecards.
I feel like I'm in Coney Island watching one of those hot dog eating contests where somebody's going to try to eat 50 of them, 60 of them. In other words, he's not worried how he's going to feel at the end of the night.
Really a lot of consistency from him with the right hand. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Butterbean's so dangerous with that accuracy, a two-punch combination landing. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head.
Back to the body. Back to the body.
Targeting that midsection now with the combo. Worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that.
Punch and move. Punch and move. Do that again. That looked good. Do that
Butterbean's
one more
showing
time.
you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo.
Relax. Relax.
Eddie Chambers is showing us a real solid skill set here with his head movement. Teddy, how much of that is just natural athletic ability and instincts, and how much of that is being trained well?
Well, most of it's trained well. If I take a guy off the street, Joe, and he hasn't been taught anything, he's going to throw punches. But usually he's not going to have a good defense. That's something that has to be attained. That's something that has to be taught. This guy has been taught good defensive fundamentals.
Eddie Chambers, his movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Counting down towards the end of the 10th round, 10 seconds to go.
Now don't stand toe-to-toe with this guy. Keep your distance, all right?
There you go.
Throw punches, okay?
It's hard to see this changing course. Here it is, round number 11, and he's really banked away all these consecutive rounds here. This fight has been his for quite some time.
Yeah, all he has to do now, he's like a guy that's been driving on the highway. I mean, it's on cruise control. He just has to make sure he keeps the hands on the steering wheel, keep it straight ahead.
Let him get to you, kid. Range.
Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing, not engaging in the fight, but clinching.
That's it, baby. Good job. Good job.
Blocks that belt line well. Comes right back with a shot of his own. Good job protecting himself.
Come on.
And just grabbing onto his opponent. Eddie Chambers' combination that was landed moments ago is one of those examples of what every trainer would really like to have, and that's a fighter with good hand speed.
Yeah, and he's showing that right now. Now, the trainer in the other corner hopes he has a guy with good timing, because timing can negate speed.
Hands up, champ.
Butterbean's the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches.
Hook off the jab. Hook off the jab. Stay away from the inside.
Nice combination, jab, uppercut to the head. Butterbean swinging and missing like he's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent. How about a return to sender with the left hand? He gets off with a combination up top. Protecting his head well with his guard. Butterbean's corner is doing him a great service right here. They know the reality of these scorecards, and they're letting him know that as well.
Keep your hands up.
You gotta watch the water in the corner. Too much.
And this is the 12th and final round. Blocks the headshot. Good return fire that time. Butterbean's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Blocks away that headshot.
Pace yourself.
Butterbean's combination punching is working well here. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Butterbean's defense is paying off now. Now he's putting his punches together. The combination upstairs. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Eddie Chambers blocks it away. That hook was well off the mark. Halfway through this 12th and final round.
You're not focusing.
You see him holding on. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Time to bring it home. Final minute of the final round. Gets rid of that body shot. He committed to the jab, and then he brought home the bacon with the uppercut. Well done. Eddie Chambers is doing exactly what you should to be a strong defensive fighter. You got to block those punches away. Butterbean's punch is far off the target. 10 seconds to go in this, the final round. Lands flush with the combination upstairs.
Watch the hook. Watch the hook. Come on.
This was an easy fight to score from start to finish after that effort.
Well, you never know in this sport with the scoring, but this is one you know.
We're going to know in moments here as we send it up to the ring. Eddie Chambers' dominating performance gets the payoff with the decision. A unanimous decision. Teddy, your scorecard reflects that as well.
It was an easy one to score. I mean, he did it fundamentally well. It wasn't just with talent. He did it with the jab. He did it with control and range, going to the body. Great night.